Welcome, guys, to a new episode of Movie Rants. We're going to talk about Assassin's Creed today. Now, Assassin's Creed, we all know of the game. I'm myself not a big gamer, although I like to play Assassin's Creed a lot. So I'll be honest about that. And yeah, I'm pretty fond of the game. Now, um, talking about the Assassin's Creed, we're going to talk about the movie. Now the problem is what I like a lot about playing Assassin's Creed is actually, and there's also coming the problem with putting it on the movie. Um, if you're playing Assassin's Creed, you can take that for several days, maybe 15 hours. I don't know. If you play it very quickly, I think you can manage within 15 hours. I heard, but I like to. If I'm playing a game, I like to go around in the game, look, solve puzzle. I will take a little bit longer time. I don't know why I do that, but I like it. And that's my thing. So I'm getting more out of the game. I don't feel like rushing through the game because something. Yeah, why should I spend that much money on a game and etc. So I want to take my time for it and discover the game. Now, 15 hours long time. You can't make a movie of 15 hours. You will be bored as you know what I mean. But there lays the problem. They tried to fit a game from 15 hours into a movie of 2 hours. It's starting, you're getting it to compact. Um, so my video camera went a little bit. I don't know. Maybe I'm moving too much. Sorry, I will sit still. Anyway, that is the problem. So everything is hush hush, and yeah, if you play the game, what I didn't get is, and I was a little bit disappointed in that. There were a few things I was disappointed. I will get to it. If you see the eminence in the movie, it's a robot arm. But we all know if you play the game, it's just a nice, comfortably chair. You'll be hooked onto a computer, and data will be streamed from there. So there was a little bit like, what? And there was the breathing effect that he was hallucinating. Well, the game is actually that it's not the hallucinations, it's about that uh, your blood is being transferred from the, if I'm correctly, don't get, okay, I now don't want to get game, but that's I was understood it that the information in your blood will be transferred to digital to get information from the past. That is what it's doing. So I had something, yeah, and that I was disappointed because suddenly it goes that fast, and you think to yourself, really? Because suddenly, if I spoiler alert, all right, but he suddenly sits on a ship with Columbus, where he gives the apple to hide it. He's smart. He knows he's a bullet point, and he will never get away with it. So to save himself and to the trouble and to save the Adam of the apple of Eden is he gives it along to Columbus, and Columbus makes promises him to take it along to his grave. The problem I have with that scene, and I'll be honest, now if you played the game, he becomes famous with some people from who made difference in the past. Leonardo da Vinci comes to mind in the game. But Columbus never was in the game, if I'm correctly. Maybe, well, I don't have the latest game, so I don't know about that. All right, Unity and stuff. But the problem I had, he suddenly was singing with Columbus. You don't know how he met Columbus. Where did he know him from? Were they friends? You don't know, because they were acting like they were the best of buddies. Because would you, as a stranger, hide that thing for you? Would you take it in your grave? Would you make that big sacrifice? I wouldn't. So that was a little bit like unclear, and that you could see that the movie was very rushed and compressed into 2 hours. And there were some in the stories you think to yourself, God, and then you think to yourself, also in the beginning, actually, I'm starting to think now, when he's a little kid and he's jumping off the roof with a bike to land on the container, but it went wrong. You never know if he ever made it or not. You don't see that either. What I did like a lot was, and that was came from the game also, is I think that's from 3, Assassin's Creed 3, when he goes in the ambulance and goes back in the past, you see him as a bird flying there to the destination where he's going to. And that's very beautiful done. I like that. It's a transition. Because it's always been around like the big predator birds. The problem, there was one more thing I found a little bit difficult, and we were talking a little bit about it a few minutes ago about sitting in this chair, is that um, when he's sitting in that robot arm, he is virtually climbing. You see him climb in actually nothing. The robot arm is lifting up and steering, but you don't see that in the game. He's just lying with his motionless body in that chair. And I thought to myself, guys, why did you do that? Why? I just didn't get it. Why didn't you just stick him to the chair or bed or whatever and keep him laying there? Because that's what's the game about. That's the game. And don't start rewriting the whole game, because it's taking a lot away from the game. And I bet when you go see Assassin's Creed, I think 90% of people who go see it have played the game. So don't go change the metaphor of the movie in it because it suits you better, it gives you better effect. Don't get me wrong, it was beautiful done. It gives a whole lot of good effects. But you're taking the essence away from the game. And that's why I always sometimes say it's better maybe not to make movies of games. Because games, you want to play that for hours. You want to continue that. You don't want to finish it in 2 hours. I mean, name me a game that you can finish within 2 hours. That would be then perfect to fit into a movie. And it's also a good game. You get what I'm getting at. Now, it is rumored they're going to make part 2. I understand that. Because the problem is, if you're going to the end, and that was rushed again. Whole the movie is rushed, in my idea. And that's actually a shame. That actually kills the movie, for a fact. Suddenly he's fighting with the Templars, etc., in London. You suspect actually he's going to have a lot of battles there, and he's standing on the roof and the movie's done. He just came out of a major conflict. He just actually, and I know I'm spoiling a little bit the movie, but he kills the only Templar on the modern time. He kills him, cut over his throat, and runs away. You know that is also not accurate to the game because the other Templars will keep on fighting. And if you look at that, it was like that. There was also talking about elderly. I never heard something about the elderly in the game. Or, and I found that it was so confusing. And apparently then, if you could actually think about it, there was only fighting one Templar. Well, and there were a lot of assassins locked up. So I have something, okay, so the more in the game, there's always less assassins and a lot of Templars. Here it twisted around again. And that I found is a little bit irritating. But I must say, Jeremy Irons, how he played as a Templar, my God, he did it brilliantly. And he actually stick to the idea of the Templars of the game. Now I'm wondering if Jeremy Irons played the game, if he already knew. It sounds like it, how it came over. it was very natural as he played as a Templar. I must admit that he did it very good. Also for Marion Cotillard, she did it brilliant. She played the tweener, where she had to be the evil on the daddy side from Rickin, played by Jeremy Irons, and she did it. She wants to solve the anger issue, like it's some sort of disease. She wants to get a medical. That's why she wants to get an apple. She knows she can cure it, but she needs to get an apple. But the Tempest has other meanings with that, and that is very goodly done. So there are things that I say, yes, that's very done. Then I come to Michael Fassbender as playing as Cal. I think if you call him to, and I forgot his name, I'm sorry about that. If you play the game, he actually has a lot of identity. So I think what happened, these actors played the game. I'm grateful they did, because then they can get more into the movie and take that away from the game. So the actors felt along. The problem I had with one thing, and there's one thing, when they're going to attack Sturgo, is there's suddenly so many assassins attacking it, and you don't know, you don't see that in the game. When he escapes alone from a building. There's a lot of people working. It's the evil Abstergo. Yes, it's a private company. It's a medical private company. You don't know actually what Abstergo is, because that twist around the whole in the game, for that matter. In part one, it's the evil Abstergo run by bureaucrats apparently. You don't know actually what they're doing in the game. That is the funniest part. They're just abstracting the memory. Later on, it's just making some sort of what? Movies? That is the funniest part. And we're coming now then to part 4, then of course, of Assassin's Creed, the game. By the way, I liked 4 a lot. Black Flag, I played that one a lot as pirate. And don't get me wrong, I'm not so into the pirate thing, but I think that game is very pretty good done. So I think the personality is perfectly done. I think if you look at the movie, you can relate to the personalities from the game. So that's pretty good done. The only negative thing is with the movie, it's rushed. It's too rushed because they had to put all the game in 2 hours. And that's a shame. And I think that will kill the movie. Effects, beautifully done. The fight scenes, perfectly. Recording, I have no issues. You see, a little bit going to dark, but they're used to living to the dark, as they say. Live in the dark to serve the light. Perfectly. There are some more scenes that I didn't agree on in the beginning, when they hack off the finger to put onto the glove. If I'm correctly, when I played Assassin's Creed, I think it's Assassin's Creed 2, you see they make a burn mark on the finger and then don't cut it off. I'm just saying this. So there's some movie in the movie. The only thing who didn't play the game maybe was the writer. Or he did, but he wanted to give another twist to it and make it more hardcore. Now, if you go see Assassin's Creed, don't get me wrong, I don't think it's for the smaller children. Keep them away. It's for, I think at least 12 years old. You have to make sure, guys. If I'm being honest, I think you can see the movie without playing the game. Then it will be very nice, but there will still be scenes that you don't get, especially with the friendship towards Columbus, for one matter. But if you play the game, you have a little bit more inside knowledge of the movie. I think you can manage to see it without playing the game, but it will be an advantage if you play the movie. Of the game, sorry. Um, so, and now of course it comes to the difficult part, the rating. All right, I'll be honest about it. Uh, I'm going to give it a 4 star because the acting is done brilliant. All the scenes are perfectly. I think I didn't see much flaws in the movie, only that the story is too rushed. That is the only negativity. I think if they make the perfect story, if they could somehow fit it in 2 hours without rushing it, it would get a 5 star. But that really destroyed for me 1 star. So I'll go give this movie a 4 star. Um, Even though the movie is very rushed, I think it's yeah a movie. I would say I will see it again. But it won't sound this. I'm going to remember it over 10 years. Now, I can tell you already this. I was looking quickly on the International Movie Database this morning, and they're already busy with part 2. That's obvious because he's standing down on the end and with the apple, and you don't know where they're going from because well in the game he always finds what's in the apple, and you do that. We also want to know. We want to see what the apple represents. What is that map? Where is that going to? That is the thing. Um, do I expect a lot? I hope if they make part 2, they don't rush it too much because that's really negativity. They have to make a better writing. And they have to choose, I think, if they go into the past, keep on playing in the past because then you get more done. It's only a few scenes that you see in the past and fighting in Abstergo. So that's the mostly. It's most about personality. What I think is not an issue, but it takes a little bit away from the Assassin's Creed moment. No. That's my take on Assassin's Creed. I hope you go see it. If you already seen it, um, let me know what you thought about it. I always like to know other people's opinions. If you like the movie, please push the subscribe button here underneath. If you like it, give the like. Share it on social media like Facebook, Twitter, Google Plus, Instagram, you name it. Send it to your boss, your friends, your lover, your wife, your husband, whatever you have in your life that's dear to you. Send it to them, let them show them. If you know some people have been just seeing the movie or want to go see them, show the movies, make them alert. There's a little bit spoilers in it, I know that, but that can't be harm done. I don't think I spoiled the movie too much this time. Now, I'm going to be back with Movie Rants next month for a new movie. And yeah, uh, for that matter, yeah, my name is Jan-Jaap for Movie Rants. I'll be back tomorrow with the GGA show. On Tuesday, we're going to do the pitch. On Thursday, Rumbling Wrestling. And yeah, then we have a very nice week again. We're doing 4 shows this week. And remember our new channel, youtube.com /GGA Live Tube. All right. Otherwise, visit our homepage, our sports news site, and there stands also some vlogs on it, ggasportstudio.com. Now, Facebook, you can visit us, facebook.com /ggasportstudio.com. Twitter, tweet with us, Facebook. I said facebook.com /jjasportstudio.com, right? It says facebook.com /jjasportstudio. Twitter, you can tweet with us on twitter.com /GGA All right, I'll see you tomorrow, and otherwise I'll be back with another movie rant next month. I'm saying so long. My name is Jan-Jaap. See you next time. Bye.